Dating apps are designed to make meeting people easier, closer, faster, more convenient, even distance indicators, live profiles, instant access to strangers nearby, right? What no one expected was that these same features would later appear in police reports.
If you have ever used Grindr, this will feel familiar. You open the app, you see who's nearby, you see how far they are. It feels normal, it feels controlled, and the most of the time, nothing bad happens. That's why this worked.
This isn't speculation, these are real cases, and the pattern only became obvious after people died. The first case that changed everything. In the UK, a man named Stephen Port became known as the GRINDR Killer. Between 2014 and 2015, he used Grindr and other dating apps to meet young men in London. He invited them to his apartment. He drugged them with GHB. He killed them. 4 men died actually in that event.
What made this case especially disturbing wasn't just the method, it was how long it took authorities to notice a pattern. Because at first the deaths were dismissed as an overdoses. No urgency, no warning. The victim were gay men, and that bias mattered.
Only after did investigators realize something chilling. Stephen Port wasn't improvising, he was selecting.
Grindr runs on proximity. Profiles rearrange themselves based on distance. Refresh the app, and the numbers change. To most users, that's convenience. To someone patient enough, that's a tracking system.
By watching how distances changed, offenders could estimate where someone lived. If a profile always stopped moving at night, that was probably their home. If it appeared late, disappeared early, that suggested isolation.
In the Stephen Port case, victims were often young, lonely, or looking for connection. The app revealed vulnerability without anyone saying a word.
In Canada, another cases confirmed the same danger. Mark Twitchell, later called the Dexter Killer, used dating platforms to lure men to a garage he had prepared as a crime scene. He created fake profiles, he scripted conversations, and he planned.
He was obsessed with control and anonymity. Dating apps gave him both. One man was killed, another escaped. And when police searched his computer, they found written murder plans. This wasn't impulse, this was method.
Investigators later noted something important. Grindr wasn't more dangerous because of who used it. It was dangerous because of speed. Less small talk, faster meetups, more private encounters.
That speed reduces suspicion and reduced time for second thoughts, which made it ideal for someone with bad intentions.
Outside Western countries, police issued public warnings. In part of Asia and South Asia, gangs used Grindr to lure men for robbery, assault, and sometimes even murder, This becomes known as digital honey trapping.
Victims often didn't report crimes because of stigma, which meant offenders kept operating. Silence became protection for the wrong people.
Across cases, investigators noticed similarities: blank profiles, minimal photos, short conversation, example like high tier, TNB. The less personal the profile, the harder it was to remember later.
Some offenders didn't even meet through chats. They watched profiles, tracked movements, then approached victims offline. No messages, no evidence trail.
And when something went wrong, the profile would be deleted instantly because later described this as digital evaporation.
Dating apps weren't designed for the crime prevention. They were designed for the convenience. And technology doesn't understand intent. People do.
Why this took so long to notice in the first hand?
After cases gained attention, platforms quietly added features: distance blurring, location hiding, and safety reminders. But those updates came after lives were lost.
Most users log in looking for connection. A few log in looking for opportunities. Apps can't tell the difference.
This isn't about scaring people away from dating apps. It's about awareness, because the most unsettling thing about these cases weren't violence.
Even now, many users keep precise distance on because it feels harmless until it isn't.
So if you use dating apps, remember this: Your data is still power. Your location is still information.
This isn't about fear. It was how normal everything looked before it happened. No warning, no alarms, just someone a few meters away.
And the scariest part, most victims never thought they were at risk until the app went quiet.
Technology didn't create predators, it just made them more efficient. If you have ever checked how far someone is, just remember they can check too. Thank you. Bye, girls. Be lovely. Yeah.